Welcome, sports fans. Pickdawgz.com on the Sunday, May 28th. I'm your host, Mike Davis. Stick around. Some fantasy underdog selections coming up for you in just a moment. First, give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Over 130,000 subscribers to the greatest YouTube channel in the world. That's Pickdawgz, baby. Major League Baseball best bet goes today. Make sure you jump on it. Underdog came up short last night as I had Arizona. They scored 1 run with 2 hits in the first inning and got 1 hit the rest of the game. They lost 2-1, so the pitching was great, and they just didn't hit the baseball. Came through last night with my NBA play as Miami +3 cashed, despite what was a crazy ending, just a crazy ending. So we get a Game 7 in sports. What more could you ask for in that situation? Let me get to your underdog fantasy selections. And again, you can play these as player props. You can play them however you want to. I'm putting together 5 each day that pays 20-1 with no insurance. And you can find them at Underdog Fantasy. Use our code PICKDAWGS to get $100 for free when you deposit $100. All right, here we go. Juan Soto, higher 7.5 fantasy points. His numbers against Cole have been fantastic. Phenomenal. So I like Juan Soto, higher 7.5 fantasy points. Adley Rutschman, higher 7.5 fantasy points today at home versus the Texas Rangers. Shohei Ohtani, higher 8.5 fantasy points, along with Mike Trout, higher 9.5 fantasy points. The one thing about Yuri Perez, he'll strike you out. He's young, but he's been giving up the long ball. I will not be shocked at all to see both of these Angels go long tonight. Go deep, go long, whatever. Brian Reynolds, higher 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So I like that situation today in Seattle for Brian Reynolds. Juan Soto, Adley Rutschman, higher 7.5 fantasy points. Shohei Ohtani, higher 8.5 fantasy points. Mike Trout, higher 9.5 fantasy points. And Brian Reynolds, higher 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Make sure you join me on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 o'clock for my live show, folks, as I'm enjoying everything there is to enjoy about the greatest YouTube channel and the greatest handicapping site in the world. Pick Dawgz, baby. That's what I have for you. Everybody have a great and profitable Sunday.